So, my dear friend Marion has passed away, and I'm in Budapest, Hungary, therefore, I can't be at the service today. I've written some comments that I will now read. Marion raised the bar. One of the things Marion and I had in common was a love of words. He called himself a wordsmith, itself a nice example of wordsmithing, eh? Early in our acquaintanceship, he bought himself a 14-karat gold-nibbed Pelican fountain pen for around $300, which he said warranted the investment because it was the only tool of his trade. As lovers of words, that is, logophiles, Marion and I explored the etymology of phrases. As you surely know, the expression raise the bar comes from pole vaulting, so the higher the bar is, the higher the pole vaulter has to jump. Marion rose the bar on my personal integrity and approach to life, and I observed him having that influence on others as well. I met Marion when we attended spiritual meetings together in the late 80s. One early Saturday morning, I discussed having just lost my job due to a nepotistic technicality. By Tuesday, I had begun working as Marion's office manager. Having attended law school with my father, Marion said that my being raised by a lawyer was a great asset because if he said something like, "I have a jury trial next week," he could skip additional commentary such as, "This is really important." I worked for Marion throughout my undergrad years. He paid me well and gave me flexibility with my academic work. It was in his employ that I learned what it means to be an employee. Also, it is thanks to Marion that I began nurturing my Hungarian roots. He had written a list of dreams entitled When I Grow Up, on which I read Analyst at Hudson Institute, a conservative think tank. This inspired me to apply for an internship there, where I selected a Hungarian project called the Blue Ribbon Commission, which was advising Hungary on its post-communist transition to a free market economy. This prompted me to learn Hungarian, henceforth the basis for my educational, marital, and professional endeavors. While Mary and I agreed on many essential life questions, such as apprenticing ourselves to Christ Jesus and reveling in insatiable curiosity and clean living, our political views diverged, sometimes markedly. For this, I am especially grateful, for it revealed how immensely we valued our relationship. Never, as in never, did we compromise our mutual affection in favor of politics. Also, I benefited from Marion's frankly brilliant intellect as he introduced me to alternate views on issues of paramount importance to society. This understanding benefits me daily, as does the interpersonal skill we both saw strengthen as we navigated our respective views. Marion unreservedly reveled in his chosen pastimes, from lifelong scouting to graduate studies in zoology, from pharmaceutical development and restoring a Victorian mansion almost single-handedly, not to mention his work as MOR Esquire, his passion for the AA Fellowship, a hearty appreciation for the culinary arts, and recently managing a bed and breakfast. A few months ago, he proudly recounted having mastered the management of linens. Seeing or hearing how these endeavors made Marion happy made me happy. Recent events in my life, including the terminal diagnosis and passing of my cherished husband, Shandor, required an unbelievably nuanced series of responses from me. Marion helped me formulate these responses in a manner consistent with my values. He was like the wind beneath my wings, enabling me to soar high, keep a broad perspective, and hold the course. Marion sat with me during both of Shandor's 12-plus hour surgeries and all of the smaller procedures. He visited us frequently in the hospital and at home, sometimes just being present and listening for hours on end and providing company during my quasi-nursing activities. After we moved to Hungary, Marion and I talked several times a week, and he checked on me every single day, sometimes texting me throughout the night when that was our situation here. To say that Marion believed in me is an understatement. To say that over the years I have become a person who more closely resembles the one he believed in is not an understatement. Marion literally loved me into becoming a more loving, more responsible, and more educated and more principled person. And we had great fun with ideas, words, analyses, and sunrises. After Shandor passed, Marion coined the term widowing, as in, so how's the widowing going? The widowing is sad, Losing Marion is sad. Becoming a Lone Star is sad. I have had to become tough like an old West cowboy at the Lone Star Saloon. But I hear Marion resonating in my head, telling me I can do it, and telling me he's proud of me. Those words from him were like the crowning jewel in our 29-year friendship. He told me he was proud of me, and I am eternally proud to have known him, to have been his friend, and to have heard him say he loves me just 3 days before he passed. I wish everyone here Godspeed as we grieve our beloved friend, God's masterpiece known as Marion Redstone.